Hey all, today we will be talking about how small atomic habits can help you work less and achieve more. So first one is cleaning. It might seem a very simple task to do, but believe me, it is scientifically proven. If your desktop have less files and folders, if your workspace is clean, if your bed is clean, then you will be able to think clearly, focus more and do most of your tasks with focus. So here you can see I have made my bed and my workspace is clean. Let's go. Sunlight. Most of the developers forgets to take sunlight whenever they are working on their task. But this is the first and foremost thing that I do. So stop going directly to your phone and grabbing it for Instagram and Snapchat and start opening up your brain with sunlight. It might seem that how daily routine is related to your focus or clear thinking. But trust me, when I used to skip my bath or brushing my teeth, I usually had a bad day. Whether it is because of finishing up my task or just because of my laziness. So add some basic daily routine that you can follow easily. I usually don't find time to cook myself because I have to manage my YouTube and side projects and my full-time job. But if you have time, then make sure you are cooking your own meal, because trust me, cooking is a therapy. If you are having a bad day at work or whatever, just go into the kitchen and cook something for you and you will feel something that I have achieved today. So today I am heading towards my office a little late because I have to attend some of the meetings, and after that I will be heading towards my office. So fifth habit is reading. I would recommend to read 10 pages a day, be it a fiction book, non-fiction book, personal development, whatever. Just follow a book and read 10 pages a day. And it is a common saying that you could earn more with your mind as compared to your time. So stop giving the excuses of time that I don't have time, that's why I couldn't complete this, etc. etc. So to clear thinking, one of the atomic habit that I follow is to read something daily. Let's talk about 80-20 principle. So what does it mean is, let's say we divide your time in chunks. So first chunk is 9 to 3 p.m. which says 80% of your task could be done in first half itself. And I would say always aim high, because if you will aim to complete 5 tasks, then you will be able to complete 3 tasks, and it's a fact. So after that, from 3 to 11 p.m. or 3 to 5 p.m., 20 or 10% of your task could be done, which is post lunch. So in first half, you can use our productivity grid that I am using on my daily basis that we have talked about in our previous video. And in 20% of the time, you can again divide this further to complete your task that you are most attracted towards. Attentional space. Treat attentional space as a RAM of your mind or brain that has some attention reserved for your task. So while coding or building anything, I usually listen to music which is lo-fi music, and it is scientifically proven that it takes a very less attentional space of yours. And the next thing is, which takes most of your attentional space, is context switching. Don't switch too many tasks. If you have 4 tasks at hand, just focus on first task and then switch to second one. And second tip is, take breaks of 10 minutes or 5 minutes after a 1 hour. So as you can see, context switching will eat up most of your attentional space if you are switching back and forth in between the tasks. So I would recommend you to listen to the music or put some noise cancellation headphones while coding or building something, and watching videos also doesn't help at all, and it eats up a lot of your attention space, so avoid any visuals during work. There is a one booster which can accelerate your thinking power and clarity, which is coffee or caffeine. We are already aware about it. You can take one coffee in first half and second coffee before 6 p.m. of second half, otherwise it will alter your sleep.
I thought I'll move the first half. If you want, you can move. I will travel to the office meanwhile.
It will not take more than 10 minutes.
अच्छा ठीक है.
So we are done with our meetings in the early morning, and after doing our work in the office, I am now heading towards our co-working cafe, which is Starbucks. And as you already aware about from my previous videos, that I usually work from Starbucks, and let's get into it. After spending some of my time in the co-working cafe, I headed towards my home, and now I am editing one of my video for my main channel, and in which we just integrated our data science service and expense service with Kafka instance. Both data science service and expense service are interacting through it, and I will show you the architecture of it in few minutes. So this is the backend of our expense tracker app, which we are working from last 1 or 2 months, and the architecture is as of that app request or SMS from my app will come to my auth service, and auth service will authenticate the user if user is authenticated or not. After then, my data science service will process that expense and produce the expense into my Kafka instance. All the credentials of the users will be stored in the auth service DB, and expense service will store my expense in our expense DB. And whenever a user signs up, then a Kafka event will be listened in user service, and the user information of phone numbers and email will be stored in the user service. And we have implemented all of these things in Java and Spring Boot till this point. This is our environment where we are running our auth service, DS service, expense service, user service, Kafka, and all in Docker containers. And I'm finding some bugs where I'm not able to request my auth service in Docker while I'm able to request in the local. So I am debugging that from a long time. But anyways, so now I am finalizing my video and exporting it, and that's it.